Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something you've probably felt. Those unseen forces that are totally shaking up your workplace, your job, and even your entire career path.
You ever feel like the ground is just constantly shifting under you at work? I mean, new tech, new expectations, new pressures, it's a lot. And hey, it's not just you. So what's really going on? Why does it feel like everything about your job is changing at lightning speed?
Okay, so to really get to the bottom of that, we have to zoom way out. Because the changes you're feeling every single day at your desk, they're really just the ripple effects of a few huge forces that are reshaping our entire world.
All right, first up, the global economy. Think about it. The world is basically one big interconnected marketplace now. And that means your company's biggest competitor or its next massive opportunity, it could literally be on the other side of the planet. So navigating that, well, it forces a total rethink of how you manage people and plan your strategy on a global scale.
And then there's technology. We're not just talking about faster computers here. Oh no, this is a genuinely revolutionary force. I mean, it can wipe out entire job categories. Poof, gone, while at the same time creating brand new ones we couldn't have even imagined. And inside a company, it's just this constant, relentless pressure to be more efficient and save money.
And last but not least, let's talk about the people themselves. We're seeing older generations retiring, right? And a whole new workforce is coming in with a completely different set of expectations for their careers. This huge demographic shift means every single company has to rethink, well, everything, from pay and benefits all the way down to the core culture of the workplace.
So leaders and strategists, they don't just sit around and guess about these things. No way. They actually map them out. And a really common tool they use for this is called the PESTLE framework. It's a neat way to organize all those outside pressures into 6 buckets: political, economic, social, technological, environmental, and legal. Using a framework like this helps them look ahead and plan, instead of, constantly putting out fires.
All right, so you've got all these massive forces pushing on a company from the outside. But what happens when all that pressure smacks right into the reality of what's going on inside the company? Well, you get what I like to call the organizational pressure cooker.
And that pressure is coming from both directions, see? On one hand, you've got those big external forces we just talked about, the economy, technology, regulations. But pushing back from the inside, you have forces that are just as powerful. We're talking about the company's own unique culture, its business strategy, and of course, the directives coming down from top management.
And this leads us to one of the trickiest internal forces of all: office politics. Yeah, one source we looked at puts it perfectly, saying that organizational power and politics are, and I quote, crucial determinants of HR practices. It's a reminder that decisions aren't always made based on pure logic. They're often shaped by a really complex, and let's be honest, a very human internal political landscape.
So, okay, you're a company facing this intense pressure from every single direction. What do? Well, just reacting to things as they happen, that's not going to cut it anymore. You have to be strategic. And to do that, you need a totally modern toolkit for managing your people.
And right at the heart of this new toolkit is an idea called Strategic Human Resource Management, or SHRM for short. The whole point of SHRM is to take HR from being just a back-office department that pushes paper and turn it into a true strategic partner that's actually helping the company hit its biggest, most important goals.
So how does this strategic approach actually work? Well, it's a very deliberate cycle. It all starts with really nailing down the company's mission and goals. Then you analyze the environment. Remember that PESTLE tool we talked about? This is where it comes in handy. From there, you build a strategy, you put that strategy in action, and, this is key, you measure the results to see if it actually worked. It's this constant loop: plan, act, measure, learn, and repeat.
And a huge piece of this new strategic toolkit is data. I mean, HR analytics has changed so much. It used to be just descriptive, right? It would tell you what already happened, like our turnover rate last year was X%, kind of like looking in the rearview mirror. But now it's becoming predictive. It uses data to forecast what's likely to happen. That's like having a GPS for your workforce. It makes those people decisions way more scientific and way more valuable.
And the latest tool to be added to this kit? Well, it's probably the most powerful one yet: artificial intelligence. And listen, this isn't sci-fi anymore. This is happening right now. AI is becoming a must-have for modern HR, and it's poised to totally revolutionize not just what work gets done, but how it gets done.
Which brings us to our final big idea here. Because when we start talking about tools like AI, we're not talking about some far-off, distant future. We are talking about the fourth industrial revolution. And the thing is, it's already here.
So what is the fourth industrial revolution? It's basically this incredible fusion of technologies. Think AI, robotics, the Internet of Things, all coming together. It's creating an era where the lines between the physical world, the digital world, and even the biological world are getting super blurry. And again, this isn't a prediction. This is the new reality for every single one of us at work.
And you can already see the impact right now. Just think about some classic HR tasks. Instead of a human having to manually sift through hundreds of resumes, AI can do intelligent matching in seconds. Instead of waiting for an HR person to get back to you about a policy question, you can ask a chatbot and get an answer 24/7. All this automation is freeing up the human HR pros to focus on the bigger, more strategic stuff.
So what does that more strategic stuff actually look like? Well, the World Economic Forum points to a bunch of new roles that are emerging for HR leaders. They're becoming things like cultural ambassadors. They're leading the charge on reinvention and reskilling for the whole workforce. They're focused on enhancing the employee experience. They're basically shifting from being administrators to being data-driven strategic leaders.
And all of this, it brings us to one last really big question. We've seen how tech, and especially AI, is taking over more and more of the routine tasks. So the ultimate challenge, really, for every single one of us, no matter what our job is this. As technology automates the tasks, what work is left that is uniquely human? What can we do that a machine can't? Answering that, well, that's what's going to define the future of work for all of us.